How do you feel about OnlyFans again?
Yeah, they reverse vasectomy that shit.
Yeah, exactly. They straight up fucking threw that bitch in reverse. So last week, OnlyFans put out a thing that was like, haha, no more porn on October 1st. After that, no more OnlyFans porn. And then all of the fucking OnlyFans girls were like, how dare you? This is ridiculous. Some of them were talking about how OnlyFans the company was gaslighting them. Like, okay, that's kind of ridiculous. And then they were saying they need the 20% that OnlyFans takes from their whatever like their income is. Like OnlyFans basically skims 20% off the top of it, and that's how they make money. Basically, they all seemed to be in agreement that that was theft and that they deserved that 20%, which doesn't make any fucking sense.
You sell tip pics on the internet. I don't think that really works out.
Well, yeah, they said they deserve that 20 as severance pay.
I don't think you deserve much.
Yeah, but the best is they fucking described it as we need severance pay.
So it's not you're not employed by them.
Yeah, you're not a salaried employee. You're an independent contractor.
Right.
They're like,
YouTubers aren't employees.
They're like, oh, but my job security. It's like being an independent contractor basically has no fucking security. They can just be like, sorry, we don't want you anymore. And you're like, fuck it, I guess I'll go kick rocks. Like, great. You don't get severance pay as an independent contractor unless that's in the contract.
So my question for you is, do you think this was just the most genius move on their part?
No, I don't.
Like, this shit was planned, and it was like the you can't do it technique, where it's like you take it away, and then people just want it more. So now they're going to get more content, and they're going to get more users giving more money to the content creators, and they're just going to pull in more money than they ever did before.
That's sort of an interesting idea. I don't think that's what they were going for.
Are they not that smart?
No. Okay. I've got a couple reasons. So the first
one
is,
everybody was talking about it. Like, it caught everybody's attention.
That's true, but
that's the only reason I thought about that.
Yeah, OnlyFans was still like really popular before that, even anyway.
I didn't hear about it until it became famous for porn.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like the porn. Yeah, it was already famous as a porn site.
Oh.
But then, when they were like, we're getting rid of the porn.
Before porn.
No, I had no idea what the fuck it was before the porn.
Yeah, right.
But I'm saying, like, they announced no more porn, and it's like, that probably wasn't the first that people were hearing about it. It was, they had already had some vague idea that it existed and then heard about that. But I don't think that's what they were doing, because I've seen some people saying the reason they were doing it was because they wanted to be a publicly traded company rather than a private company, so they could basically start selling stocks in OnlyFans. The problem is, porn companies have a hard time getting evaluated as being very valuable in the stock market or some shit. Like, it's real fucking difficult for them to be, profitable like that, because it's sort of one of the highest risk industries for banks to work with, because banks have to constantly fucking process like weird payments, like from a credit card to an obvious fucking scam site, and they usually porn is how the like scam works or whatever. So they're like just automatically like suspicious of anything to do with porn anyway. So I think that's why they said they were doing it, was because they were like, oh, but then we could be a publicly traded company like Facebook or Twitter or something, right? Like where you could just go buy OnlyFans stock. So I don't think they're doing it because I've seen some people saying that. I also don't think they're doing it because a lot of people just left OnlyFans. A lot of like content creators, and I say content creators very fucking loosely there.
Yeah, it's some girl.
I mean, yeah, the better turn of phrase, I guess, would be all of the whores left and decided to work a new brothel, essentially. So apparently they were finding a bunch of other websites. Yeah, they were finding a bunch of other websites to use, and they started telling each other like, hey, go to this website instead, or have this website as a backup. And it's like, okay, well, if they have it as a backup, if you're trying to get them titty pics, you're not going to subscribe to them on both. Why would you do it? It's the same shit, right? Like, they're probably just posting the same pics and videos to both. So wouldn't it make more sense to just subscribe on one? So now they're splitting it between whatever this new website is and OnlyFans. Like, they're losing money now.
Yeah.
And it also did a lot of fucking damage to, I guess, their goodwill as far as the fucking whores were concerned. Like, they sort of were like, I think they lost a lot of trust in it, which I don't know why they trusted it at all anyway, but now they definitely don't. So, let me see.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust any of those sites.
Oh, no, not for a second.
Like, in terms of working for them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, again, not working, but, you know.
Independent contracting, you know, getting revenue off of it, making your living.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. So
contracting.
Yeah, you know, I'm
still a stretch.
I'm being charitable. Okay, this is the 1 year anniversary episode, the 29-week anniversary episode, where I'm just super charitable, I guess, because I was last week too, and I assumed it was like army collapse, then all that shit went bad, not our plan made no fucking sense and we did it anyway. So, OnlyFans put out like an official statement on Twitter regarding this, and I love it because it is the most like corporate nonsense fucking thing ever. Like, they don't actually say anything other than we've reversed the decision. Like, it's sort of trying to be an apology, but it's not. Because of how copy and pasted, any fucking company would post this. I'm sure it's the same fucking people that write apologies for every company.
What was the fucking chair company we talked about last week?
Vertigear.
Yeah.
Vertigear causing people fucking agony with their based tweets. So
you just change a few words around from that one.
Yeah, exactly. So OnlyFans, it actually is very similar. OnlyFans tweets out, "Thank you to everyone for making your voices heard. We have secured assurances necessary to support our diverse creator community and have suspended the planned October 1 policy change. OnlyFans stands for inclusion, and we will continue to provide a home for all creators." Okay. So, basically they said, we suspended the thing happening on October 1st. They didn't cancel it, they suspended it. So, it's not a confirmation that they won't do it. They're just saying, okay, we need more time to think about it. Which is probably a good idea considering you're about to fucking piss away billions of dollars, but whatever, dude. So, of course they threw in all of the buzzwords that every fucking corporate apology is, which is, we stand for inclusion and something the community. Like, they're all like that. I don't know why. They're just all like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
they're all just, I mean, that's how everything works now. With the copying and pasting.
Yeah.
You're never going to find, because it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Right, so it's mandatory at this point.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to get their panties in a bunch, and you just got to put something out there. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah. But I like that they did the problem is this is the standard apology for racism, though. Right? You notice every company that gets canceled for racism says exactly that.
Friend that promise.
They said basically that. They go, no, we stand for inclusion, and we totally have a black friend. Like, we support the community and stand for inclusion. It's like, no one was attacking OnlyFans for being racist. Right? I think that's funny that they just cut to that fucking template and just pasted OnlyFans into it rather than, whatever company's getting canceled this week. Because that wasn't even what people were, like, upset about. Like, I guess you could argue when they say inclusion, they mean, like, sex workers, but, like, even then, like, that's still a choice that you're making. Like, we're for inclusion. It's like, okay, no one should be for, like, 100% inclusion of anything, though. Like, if you say, I'm gonna start a company and it's not gonna exclude anyone, It's like, you're gonna have all kinds of fucking problems. Like, there are some people that just deserve to be excluded. I'm just gonna say it straight up. Some people just deserve to be excluded.
Oh.
Like, OnlyFans.
Problematic thought.
It's like, OnlyFans, you're inclusive. Why can't I post child porn? You're trying to include everyone. What about pedophiles? Do they not
Some
count?
people are into it.
Exactly. You're excluding pedophiles. It's like,
Problematic OnlyFans.
yeah, exactly. OnlyFans, what the fuck? Which was also a problem they were actually having, was a bunch of fucking kids were on there making OnlyFans accounts. Like, posting shit.
Yeah.
Or other people were posting shit for them, and it's like, because
It's pretty easy to pretend to be 18 online.
Yeah, they just clicked the box that said you're 18.
I did that shit when I was 10 on Club Penguin.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, yeah, I'm my own guardian. I can set up my account.
Exactly. So, OnlyFans is like, yeah, we're gonna try to be inclusive. It's like, but you still need to exclude some people. Like, I think pedophiles should be excluded. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
But I'm also not, like, preaching for inclusion. Fuck yeah, exclude pedophiles. But OnlyFans is out here saying we stand for inclusion and support the community. But what about the pedophiles in the community? Like, you're at an impasse now. Drop this fucking nonsense. Like, this is ridiculous. So, okay, I read further into this article I have pulled up from NBC News, and they actually do elaborate a little bit on why they decided to do this. So, it says, OnlyFans CEO Tim Stokely said banks that work with the platform did not want to be associated with sex work, prompting the initial decision to ban sex-related content. So then, the quote from Tim Stokely is, JP Morgan Chase is particularly aggressive in closing accounts of sex workers or any business that supports sex workers.
The users didn't want to be associated with sex work?
No, the bank.
Or like the people who work the website?
No, it was the bank. So JP Morgan Chase was like, we don't want to be associated as like the bank that processes all of your porn transactions. That's not really the reputation we want, so we'll just straight up refuse OnlyFans service if you guys keep being the porn website. And they said, okay, we'll stop being the porn website.
We'll go back to being the site that nobody knew about.
Yeah, we'll go back to not making any fucking money. We'll go back to being poor. Like,
take out the N.
Yeah, exactly. Just POR. Unless OnlyFans has been a site for POORN, and I just haven't known this whole time. Porn. Yeah, I have no idea about that. So yeah, apparently, and then yes, so basically the banks were not cool with them being a porn site, and
yeah,
the article goes on and basically just says, so it's not clear if OnlyFans reached a deal with the banks associated.
They get free titty pics.
Yeah, okay, so it says basically, it's unclear if OnlyFans reached a deal with the banks associated with the platform in order to allow sexually explicit content to remain on the site. So they're not sure if they're suspending it because the banks were like, never mind, you can just do it, or if they're like, okay, we need to negotiate, but, we'll have it figured out by, whatever time. And they haven't commented again since. So, yeah, so all the OnlyFans people are probably still leaving anyway because they didn't confirm that it'll still be a place to post your nudes. They just said, hey, right now it still is, so why don't you all come back? And they're like, why the fuck would we do that exactly? So, yeah, that's very cool. Good job, OnlyFans. You guys fucking killed it. Again. OnlyFans just cannot stop winning, I guess.